Welcome, I'm Bishta, and today we are playing Wayward Terran Frontier Zero Falls. This is a space-esque game that, again, I've played quite a bit of. We will just start this. Not sure if we're going to do the tutorial. Let's do it because it's short. Alright, so, Dear Diary, Clone number 7, activation attempt in progress. Special note, this one looks even dumber than the last. We'll test self-esteem and listening skills before recycling. Very nice. Alright. Can I speak to a less sassy robot, please? Oh, excellent. As much as I would love to turn you into algae fertilizer, I simply haven't got the time. We've reached our destination, and I'm really anxious to get back to not talking to you. Well, he's very kind. Why don't I remember anything? Because you're just a clone that I created to do my bidding. Your mother is a series of tubes behind that wall over there. Sorry, I can't give you a hug on account of I'm a computer program. We've been in deep space for a few hundred years. There are whole lots of guys who want to shoot us, and we need a planet to land on. Wow, a few hundred years. Unfortunately, the only habitable planet in the system is guarded by a bunch of jerks in deadly warships whose jobs is to prevent us from landing. Well, that's not very nice, but... And you expect me to do something about that? I would be happy to land on some barren, lifeless rock, or maybe some flaming molten death trap of a planet, but since your body can't handle breathing molten metal, I figure our only chance is a bit of creative exploratory violence. Yeah, that's that word. You seem capable of violence, robot. Why don't you do it? Also, at some point, one of us will have to talk to a human without anyone realizing you're actually a hyper-intelligent computer. It's probably the only thing you can do better than me. I'm 70% certain of this. Well, so why do you need to land on a planet? I'm going to be perfectly honest here. I don't need to. I want to. You're the only one who is going to need to land on a planet, unless you want to spend the rest of your life on a space station eating food made from your recycled siblings. But if I'm recycled, and they're recycled, then how would I know? How can this cycle continue? Because one day, we're going to run out of recycled siblings. Maybe. But I have a space station? Oh yeah, I found this really neat one. It is a matter reclaimer and a ship fabricator and a fancy system for making copies of you. It used to be a terraforming supply base, but it has long since been abandoned. Copies of me? Like if I die? Oh yes, I suspect you'll die a lot. I'm already preparing the systems because I honestly don't trust you to survive performing even the most basic of tasks. So let's teach you how to operate a ship. I was literally born for this task. You mean you were figuratively born for this. You were literally 3D printed and squirted out of a tub for this task. Ah, so you're one of those. Your first task will be going to the bridge. Just walk towards the front of the ship until you see some pretty lights that look like ship controls you can activate. I guess. Okay. I shall do that. So. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you can see that frame rate issue. I am still working out my recording software, and the whole lack of sound is also annoying. Settings. That would be why. Uh, Settings. We'll change that to 60. There we go. Sounds a bit better. Alright, so here's our bridge. Looks like we've lost quite a bit of things. There's a bit of damage everywhere. Not a great ship, to be completely honest. But here we are. Good, you found the bridge. Now don't just wildly press buttons. We've taken a lot of damage over the many years in deep space, not to mention those nice fellows that shot at us for no good reason. Maybe we took their ship. Just saying. I want you to try rotating the ship by pressing A and D keys. Turn the ship. Got it. There we are. We can turn a ship. Look at that. In wonderful 18 frames per second. Because recording software is not working well, I guess. Alright, and I just pressed OK without reading that at all. I think it wanted us to go left and right. We can actually check that. Yes. Alright, next I would like you to try both the reverse thrusters and the main engine. And be careful, this is the only ship we have. I don't want you flying into any asteroids or something stupid and ruining the flight training. Alright, sounds easy enough. So, going backwards. Can't really tell because we aren't going that fast. But we are. We're going 12 meters a second. 13. Wonderful. And now let's go forward. Max engine. Oh. Oh. I blame that robot. Did you just blow up my ship? Define blow up. Oh, this is great. Interesting bit of trivia here. I've used those engines and maintained those reactors without incident for 207 years, 65 days, 9 hours, and 14 minutes. You managed to break the entire ship in under 10 seconds. Well, I don't think it was actually 10 seconds. It was more in the line of like 20 seconds. Give me a break. But, can I take a break actually? Well, this concludes our training in how to ruin everything. You pressed most of the buttons, so I'm giving you an A for effort. Good job. Best tutorial ever. I'm glad you enjoyed the course. There is only one more lesson for today. How to die horribly painful death alone in space with a robot that hates you. This course is a free-form activity. Feel free to jump out the nearest hull breach or simply wait and suffocate. You can't just abandon me here. And he abandoned me. Alright. So, here's our ship. This red crossed out area that's dark means that we will suffocate in there. However, if I open up these doors, you'll see that we move the air around to a level that is breathable. So we're actually completely fine. We can survive in here indefinitely. Which I really don't think's part of the game. Let's see if there's anything in here. No? No? No. Maybe anything in here? Because I've never actually looked in the ship before. Maybe there's some hidden treasures that we ignored. No. Looks like a total waste of time. Well. Are you having fun? Well, kind of, yes. Look on the bright side, you learned a valuable lesson today. I learned my only friend is an evil, nihilistic asshole computer program. Yeah, I'm a pro pilot now, all thanks to you. I'm a dumb human and I smell and I'm useless. Oh, I kind of wonder what the robot would say for that. Probably you're right. Although I'm a pro pilot, obviously. Well, you're just prolonging the inevitable. All your life support was in the other half of the ship and nobody's going to rescue you. You might as well jump out a window. I believe you created a nice big one in the entire back half of your ship. Well, feel remorse for ruining everything. Contemplate self-worth. Well, I don't think I can quite do that. Although we are slowly draining our oxygen supply. So I guess we shall contemplate our self-worth. Well, we've got a pistol. We can fight. As you can see, I can shoot the gun. I guess I will jump out and have my painful death. Whee! This is a new... Oh. How nice of you to finally join me. Oh, haha, it was a trick. Death smells like ozone. You know, it probably does. Doesn't everything? Yeah, it does. Oh, good, I'm still wearing pants. I know, isn't technology great? Not all of it. You're not that great. This station will serve as our base of operations. It was a terraforming depot back when they were trying to terraform planets in this system. Oh yeah, let's just talk about what you want to talk about. Terraforming is a huge operation that needs a lot of logistics, so the most efficient way is to make your own supplies in system at a space station like this one. Yup. That means we can refine ore and materials into pure energy, store the energy, and use mass conversion to create new stuff. We can make whatever we want, as long as we have designs and energy for it. So I thought you said the sector was guarded. Come on. They put everything on hold and abandoned the operations. When they found out the system was flooded with a violent alien monster, they kind of left in a hurry. Oh. Sounds wonderful. Terraforming was partially complete, so they posted a heavy guard around the one finished planet. But their orbital facilities were mostly left abandoned. Also, lots of them were eaten. So, great news for us, right? Well, it seems like the best luck I've had so far. Being eaten? Maybe. I suppose you'll probably get to find that out firsthand eventually. Alright, so moving on, let's talk about why this station sucks for a bit. Do you tell me, why does this station suck? Well, its original inhabitants rarely found occasion to commit heinous acts of murderous violence and piracy, so the station's data banks can't produce any ships that will be useful for our purposes. Those would be our heinous violent purposes then. Exactly. So, what you're going to do, wander over to the logistics room, and we're going to go outside and salvage a ship with some guns on it. Yeah, guns! Guns are always great. Alright. We'll move over here to the logistics room, press F. This is the logistics room. It is essentially the command and control room for this station's core operations. So this is where the coffee is made. No, pay attention. Oh. Miners and terraforming crews would come here to have their ships repaired or refitted using the station's matter furnace and various nano-lathing facilities. Boring. But all I want you to do is build us a small shuttle without causing an explosion that spills the station or splits the station in half. Do you think you can manage that? How about a small explosion? Hold on, I need to make sure you are prepared for what will come next. It's extremely important. What's so hard about pressing a button? Afterwards, you are going to have to press a second button. I can't imagine it'll be simple for you. Select. It's like saying, hey, I select this ship. Look, okay, now I think about it, I'm sure you can figure it out. Just go ahead and try. I can really tell why you need a clone, a genius like myself. I think I can handle that. Yeah, I'm clearly a genius. Alright, spawn ship. Select ship. Alright, your ship is ready. Now we can use it to fly out and salvage a real ship. Conveniently, there's one nearby. I'll fill you in on the details once you reach your new ship. On my way. Alright. Now, we will run over to the ship and see the wonderful new ship he will give me. Alright, so dock, turn around, and I see you figured out how to undock the ship. Let's get onwards towards our destination. The ship I found isn't far from here. I'll follow those green numbers. Now, this is currently in alpha, so there isn't a very large amount of things to this game yet. Currently, this is the only like real quest. Okay. Now let's see what state this thing is. Do you think you can dock with it? I'm familiar with docking. Oh no. That could have ended wonderfully. Alright, so we press shift to go into docking mode. And we'll just slowly float our way over here. Alright. And we just have to dock on in, press X, undock, and we've successfully done our mission. Alright. Oh wow, this thing's a hunk of, hey, good news! We should have no issues adapting this technology because it's perfectly compatible with our station's database. The hell does that mean? Nothing. No, the ship is going to just fit right in with our totally empty database. Can't wait until you bring it back and salvage it. You don't have any despairing comments regarding the quality of the ship? This is a great ship. Honestly, we couldn't have asked for a better one. I'm just surprised that we found such a good ship, that's all. I feel like we could have looked a little harder. Sure, I mean, it isn't exactly as advanced as I had hoped. I think it's very homely. Has a nice, warm feel to it, you know? Well, in the future, I'll choose what ships we take. Great. So we agree you'll stop worrying about it and complete the mission. Now to the next point on our agenda. This ship is wrecked. Well, you sure know how to pick them. Looks like all the crew died as a result of the main reactor losing containment. Should be fairly easy to repair. Anything in particular? There's probably a repair device of some sort in the main cargo hold. Grab it and start repairing things until the ship works again. Equip repair gadget, click on broken stuff. Got it. Alright. Now, we go over to here, we get a fire extinguisher and a repair tool. This repair tool repairs at 466 per second, which sounds great, but is horrible. It is very slow, and we can get new ones as we continue playing. However, we can right click and see the status of our reactor. Temperature is at 0%. If the temperature gets over 100%, I believe the reactor will blow up. The little flare thingies on these sides are heat sinks, which help the reactor lose its temperature. And then these are guns. Currently these guns only face forward, and here's a bunch of wasted space for crew quarters. Crew quarters currently do nothing because alpha is alpha. Alright, let's fly back home, and we'll call it an episode once we get back. So I'm not really sure what direction I'm going to take this channel in. I kind of want to take it in the direction of some other YouTubers. Kind of do a mix of this kind of content with a bunch of indie games and then some strategy games. Currently, a few big names, well, big to me, is Stejo and Enter Elysium and Avac. They are all great Let's Players, and I highly recommend you go check them out if you like my content, because their content is probably so much better than mine. Anyways, oh good, you're back. Meet me in logistics. On my way. They also don't really have to, or they don't seem to deal with the weird frame rate issues that I'm currently dealing with. Hopefully I'll solve those soon. Alright, just one last step before you will be ready to create new ships as often as you like. We're going to have to scrap this one. Good, that ship was for jerks anyhow. Right-click the ship and select Scrap and Research option. Afterwards, you'll see the ship design is added to available ships for spawning at any point. Easy enough. When I detect that a ship has been scrapped, I will also unlock a bunch of weapons that you can equip onto it. They aren't fancy, just standard stuff that was already in the database. Why didn't I have guns at the start? I ran many simulations, and in every instance where I gave you access to weapons immediately, you managed to irritate me somehow. Also, in nearly all of them, you died. Well, I'd hate to irritate you. To equip weapons, you need to select the ship you spawned and click on the glowing red icons to pick each gun type from the drop-down menu. I will equip whatever weapon you like. Spawn ship, click red icon, select weapons. Okay, I'll try that. Also, if you want to repair your ship or change the attached weapons in the future, just dock and come back anytime. Seriously, man, you told me this like 4 times, I get it. If I'm repeating myself, it's because I ran many simulations, and in every instance where I repeat myself, boring. You eventually yell something rude like, boring, thus giving me the excuse I need to stop helping you. Feel free to spawn the next ship on your own. Well, scrap and research. Hey, would you look at that? You have a space station and a ship that you can create. Lots of guns and such. I dare say I can ignore you for a while. I'm gonna find some coffee. Neat, good luck with that. Feel free to not tell me how that works for you. I guess we're both glad you're done talking. I'm merely revealed to have entered the portion of the plan where you can't ruin things by exploding my stuff. In fact, I encourage you to go off and get yourself killed as much as you like. We won't run out of ships or bodies. Neat. I expect you will get tired of it eventually. Contact me when you do, and we can figure out the next steps. Alright, we shall do that in the next episode. I am Bishta, and this has been Wayward Terran Falls, or Wayward Terran Frontier, Zero Falls, a very long name, and I hope you've enjoyed. Please remember to like and comment, and if you're feeling really brave, why don't you subscribe? I'll try and keep making videos, and the more subscribers I get, the more likely I will play more games. So, remember to have a good day.